Good afternoon, people. Good evening. We are live. We are back here once again. I got 3 people in already. I want to thank you guys for sticking with us and continuing to watch and waiting on season 2 to come back. I'm excited, man. Y'all just don't understand. Like, I'm sure y'all can see in the comments and in the topic or whatever what the topic of the show is. It's definitely a good show. It's not nothing that we pulled out of the air. This is definitely something that is going on today. I know situations that's like this. I'm asking a legit question on what y'all think, we should do, or what would y'all do in the same similar type of situation. Daniel said 11 ahead, him and his company. So, I'm excited, man. I just can't wait to get into it. So y'all know how we do. We just want to wait.
Hi guys, how y'all doing today? Thank y'all for tuning in. I had to take that moment from him. I appreciate all the love. Hey Shantika, hey Ramono, hey Daniel. Love you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in for season 2, episode 1 of Till Death Do Us Part.
Right, correct. And listen, don't hesitate to ask no questions, please. We want feedback from the audience. That's why we encourage everybody to watch live so we can interact with each other. We're going to go ahead, like always, we open up with a quick prayer, and then we're going to get right into the show because the viewers are going up. They are really going up fast. We appreciate it, guys. God, we thank you for allowing us to be here. We thank you for allowing us to make it back to season 2 of Till Death Do Us Part. We thank you for the new things that are coming. We thank you for the new viewers that are coming. We thank you for those who are still watching. We ask that what we speak about on this show brings awareness to topics that people may not hear about in their everyday churches or in their everyday communities, or it might not even be televised on the news or any type of media. God, we ask even now that whatever we speak about be done in love, and that we don't do anything out of hatred. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
All right, anyways, topic for today. Let me say my hays to everybody. What's up, Malaya?
Hey,
What's
Malaya,
up, Felicia? What's up, Shatika? My brother Daniel and his friend watching. How y'all doing? What's up, Ramono Atkins? Anyways, let's go right into it. Today's topic and what we're talking about, hey, Beverly. Lori, everybody. Hello, y'all. Let me get into this. Hey, everybody. What's up, Shanique? Anyways, the topic is, he's gay, and I know it. Should I tell his wife? So I just want to give y'all a chance to give y'all yes or no answers right now. We are going to details as into why it might be a good thing to tell and why it might not be a good thing to tell. But just yes or no's real quick so I can kind of get a place where I want to set up a tent and speak from. I want to let you guys know that this is definitely a legit question, because I know personally that I can think of off the top of my head 2 scenarios where I knew somebody was married. They were having a heterosexual relationship when they were actually attracted to the opposite sex, and their spouse didn't know. I know a woman who's married to a man that's gay, and or a man that's attracted to men, and she don't know it, and it's just weird for me, when I see it. And then I also have experience where there was a female that was attracted to the same sex, and she was in a heterosexual relationship, and the other one didn't know. So I've been on both sides, you know what I mean? So I just kind of want to get y'all opinion and what y'all think. Hey, Taisha. Taisha said yes and no. See, for me, and then there's something going on in the news right now too as well, guys. It's a guy in Bishopville that was sleeping with a married man. A man was sleeping with another man, and he was trying to blackmail him for money and saying, I'm going to tell your wife and I'm going to tell your family. Well, anyways, he came up dead, you know what I mean? They found him dead because he was doing this. So this is definitely a serious issue that's going on. You know what I mean? You have pastors in the church that's actually sleeping with men, and wife don't know it. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something that needs attention to be brought to, and I just want to see what y'all opinions and things are or whatever. So far we got Taisha said yes and no. Taisha, give me a why. Why you say yes?
Hey Addie, thank you for joining. I don't know if it's your first time watching or not, but thank you so much.
Shawnee talking about looking like New York City all day. You better believe it. I'm a city country boy. I tell people all the time, just because I'm born in Brooklyn, I'm still country. All right. Anyways, let me tell you why I would tell. You know, depending on who it's for. To be honest, for me, it depends on who it is. You know what I mean? It depends on who it is and who the person is to me. Like if it's, let's say for instance, if it's a sibling of mine, then yeah, I'm telling. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm telling. However, I'm not going to get entangled into a battle of trying to convince you something that I know. Because a lot of times, people can know exactly what's going on, or when you tell them, they can kind of have already had an idea, but because they're in denial and don't want to know the truth, sometimes it can end up damaging your relationship with that particular person just because you try to expose or bring light and to help them. And they throw out comments like, oh, you just hating on me. You know, you don't want me to be happy, you know, and stuff like that. So that's one point of view that I can look at it from. Malaya says she agreed. Tiger said yes, so that their spouse would be aware and know, because you don't want to start any trouble. Yes. And that's true, man. Like I said, it's kind of a thin line you walking, but then again, it all depends on, for me anyway, it all depends on my relationship with that person, and you know, and why am I telling? Basically, you want to add to it?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, you know, in life, we all have entitled to making decisions and choices. And so I think keeping secrets, regardless of whether it's because you're gay or whatever, keeping secrets robs the other person of not being able to have that choice if they want to stay in that type of relationship or not. So I think that's just wrong itself, just for keeping a secret from someone so that they cannot make a choice on the type of lifestyle they want to live.
That's right. My brother James said it's not going to affect your life directly or indirectly. Mind your business. And for the most part, that's the approach that I take on a lot of things. But like I said, once again, it depends on the relationship that I have with the person, because like I said, if it's somebody that I genuinely care about, it is going to affect my life. You know what I mean? Like for example, I remember when I used to have suicidal thoughts, and I really wanted to kill myself at one point in time. The reason why I didn't do it was because it was going to impact other people directly, because that's how close their relationship was with me. So if, let's say for instance, if my brother is married to somebody that's attracted to the opposite sex, and I know that if he knew this, he wouldn't continue to be married to that person, and I know that once he found this out, it would shatter him and tear his world apart, which would tear my world apart, then I'm going to be affected by that. So I have to say something, you know, in an attempt, not only so I won't experience the hurt while they go through the hurt, but just so that they can be aware of what they're getting into. Like I would hope that if anybody see me that cares about me, see me getting ready to sit on a rattlesnake, you know, and I don't see it, I would hope that they would tell me. You know, I would hope that they would tell me.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you find in those type of relationships where if they're married, if let's say it's a male that's gay, and they just discover that they had an interest in, you know, a man while they're married to this woman, they feel like, you know, I can try to fight this feeling, you know, because I don't want to hurt her because she doesn't deserve this, you know, I don't want to bring this up and then shatter her world. So my love for my spouse keeps me from telling them that I'm living this life, or that, you know, I have this lust for other men. And so they try to combat that feeling and try to pretend that it's not what it really is, you know. And I think that's one of the reasons why people keep it a secret for so long.
Right. And let me tell you this too, man. It's 2018. It ain't nothing new under the sun. If you gay, you gay. Don't be out here trying to live heterosexual lives if you know you like men. And if you know you like women, don't be out here trying to live heterosexual lives. Stop deceiving people and bringing people into things that they don't see coming, you know, or whatever the case may be. Just be real and own up to it. You know what I mean? First of all, if you really gay, can't nobody ungay you. So don't marry nobody. If you're a woman and you like women, don't try to go and marry a man knowing that you like women and thinking that man is going to make you not like women no more. That's chances are that's not going to happen, especially if you were born that way. You know what I mean? The only person that can change the nature of something is God. No person is going to be able to ungay you. So a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm going to get married to a woman, men, because I don't want to be gay or because I don't want people to think I'm gay. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is that's not fair to the other person that you're marrying. That's not fair, to the other person that you're putting in that situation. Like I said, if I don't know you, or no, let me rephrase it. If it's not going to affect me directly on whether or not I tell you, I'm gonna mind my business. I don't go around, telling, just because I see something that's out of line and out of place. I choose my battles. I choose, what I'm gonna say or what I'm not gonna say. You know what I mean? However, if it's somebody that's close to me, more than likely, I'm telling, like, period. I just can't see me. If I believe it's going to affect the person to the point, if I believe it's going to make a difference whether the person knows it or whether they don't. Because there are some things that I might be close to a person that I might know about a person that they're with that I won't say nothing because one, it's not going to make a difference to that person anyway, so why say anything? And two, it ain't going to affect me. You know what I mean? So just fall back. A lot of times you got to know the person you're dealing with. There has been times where I tried to come to close friends and be like, hey, yo, she ain't no good. And y'all, I didn't have too many close friends. And that friend was in denial. And, they still stayed with that person. And it almost ruined our friendship. Thank God it didn't. Because I was just trying to shine light onto something thinking I'm being a good friend. But it taught me a lesson. If a person ain't willing and ready to accept truth, then you might as well don't even try to give it to them. Because what's going to happen is it's going to end up damaging your friendship or your relationship. So that's another thing to be cautious about. Know the person that you're trying to save or that you're trying to tell. And you got to ask yourself, do they even really want to be saved? You know what I mean? I've seen it all. I've seen, and it's a whole nother topic, but I've seen women getting beat up by men and they made excuses for the man. You know what I mean? Like they deserve to get hit. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, if I didn't do that, then maybe he wouldn't have do it. I just got to learn how to control my mouth sometimes. Because, and then now when you try to tell them, look, man, it's plain to see. You don't need nobody that's blah, blah, blah. Oh, you just mad or you just jealous or you just hating on me and and the truth of the matter is, you don't even care. Like, nobody hating on you.
Yeah. So, real quick, if y'all can go and share this video. Because I know it's a lot of families out there that have somebody, within that marriage or relationship that may be interested in the person of the same sex. And they're keeping it quiet. And if you could share this with your friends and on your page, just to to have them to look at it and chime in, or maybe have an opinion on what they think about, if somebody was to tell on them, or would you even want to know? Would you want to know if your spouse or significant other was gay? I think some people may not want to know. They want to keep it, keep living in the dark because the reality hurts too much.
Right. I'm gonna be honest. Like me personally. And this is the way I was coming up. I'm still this way. I don't know about the whole gay thing as far as, if I found out my wife was attracted to, other women and was not attracted to men or whatever the case may be. I would want to know that because then that would mean there's nothing I can do to make her want me because she's not attracted to me at all. So it will explain a lot within, my marriage or whatever. However, as far as if she having an affair or something with somebody, of the opposite sex, me personally, if home is good and I'm happy, let me be happy. Don't come tell me what she's doing. I don't even want to know. I'm not going through no phones. I'm not checking no emails. I'm not following you to work. I'm not putting a tracker on your car or on your phone. None of that. I don't want to know. I'm happy. Let me stay happy. But if it is something that, like I said, to where she don't even, desire me, like there's nothing, like things ain't right, then yeah, I need to know because you don't want to be out here giving your life and giving your all to somebody who doesn't care about you, who like I said, for example, like if if you a male and you gay and you getting ready to marry my sister, and I know if my sister knew that you was gay, she would not marry you, I'm telling. I have to. But if I knew my sister would marry you anyway, I'm going to keep my mouth closed. Because, hey, why am I telling if I know it don't matter? You know what I mean? Just like with any of the females in my family, you know what I mean? Like, you get one phone call to call me because your boyfriend or whoever put his hands on you. Once I come that one time and you go back, you can't call me no more. You can't call me no more because I'm not going to be sitting behind bars and then before I even make bail, y'all back together. I mean, that's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Let me read some of these comments.
Lori said, well, I say it depends. I know someone this happened to, but the individual should tell on themselves. Tell and let it be the choice of the next person. If they choose to stay in that relationship, that's the only one's choice. Keep it real. Yeah. So she's saying that the person that's doing it should tell themselves. Yeah.
But see, that don't always happen, man. Like, and like I said, if it's somebody that I care about and somebody that's connected to me, I'm going to have to tell them, man. If I think it's going to make a difference. You know what I mean? If I think it's going to make a difference. Man, I want to share one story, but it involves somebody I don't know if they want me to tell it. But anyways, but just know, I knew some people that some of this stuff was happening with, man, and I was faced with a tough dilemma. I have known people that was very, very close to me. Very close to me. I mean, very close to me. And I knew that the person that they were with was cheating on them. Like, habitually. But I never said anything because I knew it did not matter to the person. So why would I say something? And I mean, if it did matter, it would affect me deeply. It would affect me deeply. But it did not matter. So I'm like, why am I going to say something about it? They don't even care. Like, why am I going to do that just to cause confusion? And that's what we call being messy. You know what I mean? Some people not telling because they really care about you and they really concerned about your well-being. Some people really are telling because they want to upset you and they actually happy. And in the same breath that they telling, they also laughing. The same breath that they acting like they care and they concerned, they also saying, ooh, that's good for them. You know what I mean? And that's well and true. You know what I mean? But like I said, you just got to pick and choose and know who you're dealing with. The next comment, Tiger says, that life is dangerous for a man, and if he's having intercourse, exactly, with both his wife and a male, then they are putting their spouse in danger. Exactly. Same sex, HIV and AIDS is high in the homosexual community. You know what I mean? And you put, somebody in jeopardy, not saying they can't get it through heterosexual sex or get anything else. However, at the end of the day, the statistics of same-sex relations are high when it comes to AIDS versus heterosexual. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that's the only way you're going to get it, but I mean, a person should be able to know or should have the choice of taking that risk of what they should be responsible for their own risk. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people that may comment on here. I wish I had more men commenting on here, but it's a lot of people that may comment on here. You know what I mean? A lot of married men, because we also know that it's a lot of people get married and their sexuality is not the only thing that they use to deceive people in getting married. You know what I mean? But that's another topic for a whole nother day. We're just going to stick on this one because it shocked me. Not that I didn't know it was happening, but it shocked me to know that people actually out here making a living off of this. You know what I mean? You got people that's enticed gay people that's married to women, and they entice them to have sex with them simply for the sake of, I'm going to blackmail them later. And now somebody lost their life just recently right here in Bishopville, South Carolina, because they tried to do this. You know what I mean? So even to some of the viewers out there that's gay and doing this, you might want to be careful, because some of these people that's living a lie and that's secretly married, secretly having gay relations, and they married to the opposite sex or what have you, like, they will do anything to keep their secret from getting out. So, also you got to be careful. Don't get yourself killed out there in these streets. Where we at with these comments? Who? Right here? Mm-hmm. Beverly says, yes, you are right. Only God can judge and help them through that situation. Yeah, man, people out here trying to change people. You can't change people. Frederick Tony Lawrence, bless you. What's up, my brother?
Hello.
All right. Okay, so we're still waiting on some more comments. But like once again, hey ma, I just seen that my mother on here. How you doing?
Ma.
How
Hey,
you
Nina.
doing? Like yeah, but some people carry news and bring news back and forth just because they want to see the discord and they want to see the strife and they want to see people going at it and things like that or whatever. But I believe that it's crazy to do so. I heard a strange story not too long ago of a pastor that was actually engaging in homosexual activity. You know what I mean? This came as a shock to people. You know what I mean? And my thing is, nothing don't shock me no more, man. It really don't. Nothing don't shock me no more. But my thing is, once you get shocked, what you gonna do after that shock? What are you going to do? Are you going to stay in denial, or are you going to say, you know what? I don't want to ruin my image. I don't want to ruin his image. I don't want to whatever. Like the day you see something is not right, if you're not willing to accept it, that's the day you got to go. Because the longer you stay, the more you risk your chances of getting into a situation that you can't get out of. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people end up saying, you know what, I'm leaving, but I gotta wait, and I gotta get this right, and I gotta get that right, and I gotta blah blah blah. How about you get the first thing right by leaving, because you need to leave. Get that right, and we stay. And sometimes they stay in relationships because they're waiting on something other than what really needs to happen, and then they end up like for me, for example, when I decided that a relationship was no longer going to work for me, and I should have left when I was supposed to leave. I did not leave when I was supposed to leave, and I ended up getting set up to get robbed, and I almost could have lost my life. Why? I knew she was already like, when somebody start despising you and when it just ain't there no more. So instead of making up excuses and saying, I'm going to slowly walk away or whatever, blah, 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 you got to just sometimes just cold turkey be like, you know what? I know it's done. I'm out of here. Bye. Because when you stay, sometimes you risk the chance of the person knowing that you want to leave anyway. And then that person could also be like, oh, they going to leave me. So now they plotting against you. And you staying. So it's like now y'all two enemies living in the same territory and nobody know when the next one going to make their move. You be the first one to make your move, because sometimes sitting there and waiting, you end up being a victim instead of the victor. So...
Malayan says, some people are not going to tell because they are ashamed to let it be known. Some are afraid to come out of the dark because of other people being judgmental. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's just in that lifestyle period, just society we live in. Mm-hmm. A lot of people frown upon the homosexuality community as a whole anyway. So mm-hmm. I'm already ashamed that, I have that, a desire, so why am I going to come tell anybody for that matter that I'm gay? But I wanted to bring up a different point in addition to this topic. If you're gay and you already had kids by your spouse, how do you deal with that? How do you keep it from your children? Is that fair to them for them to not know that my dad or my mom is homosexual?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with your kids in this situation?
Right.
Because a lot of families
anybody
that have
out
children.
there, anybody out there who who may be watching, and maybe you accepted your homosexuality after you had kids or whatever the case may be. Like, how do you deal with that? Do you let your kids know? Remember that guy we met in Florida?
Yeah.
And he was like, he had a son and all of that, and then he just accepted his homosexuality. And he said that he would not bring it around his son. And I was like, that's pretty hard. Mm-hmm. So he was like, it's not that he never had to discuss it with his son. His son moms knows that he's gay. He said, but his son mom has given him the liberty to tell him that on his own time or whatever, which most women won't do. So I applaud her for that. And he said, so whenever he's around his son, he dresses like a man, He, you know,
School, yeah.
he when he go to his school, he's a man. You know what I mean? But who I met in Florida, you know, was not not the man that be showing up at his son's school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you know, it's just a very real thing that goes on, a very real issue that goes on, and like I said, you know, somebody somewhere got to start talking about it. You know what I mean? Because we see this on TV, but some things they hide from the media. Like you probably, if you don't go and Google what's going on about stuff like this, you probably never really know that right here in Bishopville, which is not too far from where we live, somebody just lost their life because they tried to blackmail somebody, you know, for you know, who was married to a woman and sleeping with a man, you know. So yeah, let me read some more of these comments. I mean, you can try to help and do as God tell you to do, but it's up to the person to decide what they're going to do with the message you give them. I love what y'all are doing. God bless y'all. Thank you so much, Beverly. And like I said, you know, and this is what people got to learn to stop doing. I was talking to somebody today. Like a lot of people, they always judge the messenger versus the message that's being given. And a lot of times, if you look at the messenger versus the message can be something that you definitely need and something that can definitely bless your life. But because you're looking at the messenger, you miss out on the message. You know what I mean? My problem was at one point, when a person come to me, they can come to me and tell me a message that's very true, but they're not applying it to their own life. So I'll be like, oh, you want to tell me this and tell me that, but you ain't even doing it yourself. But the truth of the matter is, that's their loss if they're not going to do it, especially if the message is right. So I learned that I don't care if somebody come to me and be like, hey, you need to stop smoking crack, and I know they smoking crack too, and I know that smoking crack is going to stop, it's going to make me a better person. I don't care if they didn't do it. I ain't going to look at them and be like, how you going to tell me to stop smoking crack and you still doing it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to look at it and say, you know what? They right. Mm-hmm. So even though they ain't taking their advice and their life is showing that they're not taking their advice, I'm going to take it because the advice they're giving is right. Yeah. And that's how you, like, sometimes you got to take the message and just forget about the messenger. So that was a good point, Beverly. Sometimes, you know, people are just not, hey, Shayna, people are just not going to, you know, all you can do is try to give the information. I'm not saying my point of view on here is right. Neither is my wife saying. I'm just saying this is a place, as all of our viewers know, this is a place where we come together and we discuss various topics just to kind of bounce off each other's mind and just to see, you know, so we can come to some type of conclusion together. Yeah. You know,
I think a reason a lot of times why we look at the messenger and not the message is because we don't want to change the situation we're in. So we use that as an excuse or a justification as to why we don't see the error in our own ways. You know, mm-hmm. And so if you're telling me what's right, I will look beyond what you're saying and look at you because that justifies what I'm doing, so I can have an excuse to stay in it.
Right. Yeah, I got it. Hold up. Okay. I got it. It's something that we missed. Felicia said, if my kids are old enough, I would let them know. Definitely. That's what I believe too. I wouldn't want them to hear it from someone else. Yes, I wouldn't want them to hear it from someone else either. A lot of people frown at me crazy because of the stuff that me and my daughters talk about, and they be like, you know, family members too, be like, you know, they're too young. You need to tell them all that, or blah blah blah. No, I'm not waiting until I choose when I tell them about it, because if I wait, it might be too late and somebody else may introduce it to them. And oftentimes, the first time you hear a thing be the thing that's implanted in your mind. So, yes, me and my kids talk about sex. Me and my little daughters talk about sex. Why? Because sex don't have no age no more. You got people out here sleeping with newborn babies, literally. So, yes, me and my daughters talk. They're not even in middle school yet. Well, one of them just went to middle school. And we've been talking, me and my daughter was talking about sex since she was 4 years old. And the reason why is because at 4 years old, I was doing some things that you wouldn't even believe. So at the end of the day, you have to bring awareness to these things, and it's getting, and our children are being attacked earlier and earlier at an earlier age. You know what I mean? So I talk to my kids, and like I said, this is just what I do. You don't have to do it. This is what I do. But I'm not going to allow some other little boy who parents expose him to any and everything to run up on my child and say something sexual to her while she's in first grade, because it has happened, but thank God I spoke to her before she got to first grade about sex, run up to her and start talking to her about these things, and she not know how to check him. You understand what I'm saying? So, and like I said, it gets younger and younger. It happens all the time. So as far as homosexuality, it should be no different. If you know you gay, you got a child, I believe you should tell them, because you do not want somebody else to tell them. Because if somebody else tell that story, they may tell it in a way to where your child start thinking something wrong with you, or your child start thinking you the devil, or your child start thinking, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't rely on Sunday school to teach my kids, you know, who God is and who he ain't. I tell them that at home. You know what I mean? I even tell them when the Sunday school teacher telling them something that I don't agree with. So, you know,
not our Sunday school teacher.
Yeah, not ours. We got a great Sunday school teacher. Not ours. Shout out Deacon Livingston. We got a great Sunday school teacher. But you know, I just want you guys to be more aware and conscious of these things that's going on around us, man, because a lot of people look at the show and y'all see the title and it says "Till Death Do Us Part," and a lot of people think we talking about just marriage, period, or whatever. But no, we talking about till death do us part. We got to deal with this world that we in. We got to deal with the relationships or the lack of relationships of the people that we come in contact with. You know what I mean? So as long as you're here on this earth, there are certain things that you just going to have to deal with till death do you part. And one of them you're going to have to deal with is people out there that's marrying women knowing they're attracted to men. And there's people out there that's marrying men knowing they're attracted to women. You know what I mean? And then there's people out there that's enticing these people and trying to blackmail them to keep their secret and all of that. So this is real legit stuff that's going on, people. Who else? All right, Ty said, I think they should tell their children. Maybe they should wait for a certain age, but the children should have the right to know, to save the embarrassment of the child. Yeah. Well, see, this is like I said, you know, I believe that if the child is old enough to understand English and they actually know what love is, and they can understand what love is, then I think that's the age when you should tell them. Because, like I said, it's ridiculous the things that these kids are learning and knowing at an early age. And it's getting younger and younger. Yeah. Every single day, it's getting younger and younger. The stories you just will not believe. Especially, when I was in Baltimore City, I was working with the Department of Social Services and working with Child Protective Services in Virginia too. Child Protective Services in the public schools and private schools and schools that behavior reform schools, and the things that these kids had to deal with in the homes they was coming from. Like, it blew my mind. It shocked me. And the ages that in which it happened, it really shocked me. You know what I mean? Almost to the point where I was like, man, people should have to qualify to be able to have kids. Like, that should be a law. Like, it should be something that should be able to happen to where you should have to qualify to be able to give birth to a child. Because some people are so unfit. That's a whole nother topic for another day. So we're going to save that. But, I would definitely tell them, because they shouldn't have to hear it from somebody else. But here's the thing, Taija, in my opinion, I believe that if it's not explained to them right, or if the child just isn't willing to accept it, there's going to be some embarrassment regardless. There's going to be some embarrassment regardless, whether you tell them in the beginning or whether you tell them in the end. I believe the younger you do it, the better off it is, because you can kind of teach your child what's cool and what's not. So when somebody else on the outside comes and try to say something different from what you're saying on the inside, they'll look at the other person like there's something wrong with them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh man, we used to catch it bad, man, especially with our kids. Like, we used to hear things like, oh no, you can't touch them too hard because, David and Nick are going to say this, or you can't do that too much because this, blah, blah, blah. Or look how they doing this and how they doing that. Because when my kids see kids act any way other than what I expect from them inside this home, it's weird to them. Like, it's weird, you know what I mean? So you have to have it that way. You have to have it that way. Where we at? Malia says, one thing for sure, whatever goes on in the dark comes to the light. Eventually, it will get told or it will be seen. I would most definitely wait until my child/children is old enough to understand. It will help them.
And I think the old enough to understand part depends on the maturity of your child. So you know when your child is ready or mature enough or old enough to understand that type of information.
Yeah,
you know, as a parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean that's one topic. You know, you can't. There's no right or wrong answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just all of them what you decide to do. I seen something up here. Okay. What's up, Anita? Welcome back to the show. Says, but do you think when a LG individual keeps from their family that it's to protect their children, or do you believe they aren't comfortable with who they are? Hidden truth can hurt worse when it's accidentally exposed. I'm just saying. Like I said, there is no right or wrong. For me, you know, I believe that whatever you decide to do with your business is what you decide to do with your business. But I believe when it comes to deceiving people, that's wrong. What I would say is, first of all, you have to teach your kids about heterosexual relationships so they can understand and so they won't be embarrassed or blah, blah, blah. But also now, you also got to teach them about homosexual relationships, because this is what we live in this world. And when they hear about it later, whether you're gay or not, I believe you should be teaching your kids about homosexual relationships. Why? Because you don't want your kids to grow up homophobic. You don't want your kids to grow up thinking that because somebody is gay that they should be looked down upon. So you got to teach them about it either way. So this is why, for me, I believe that, you know, you gotta teach it. You know what I mean? You have to speak about it. This is why we, you know, do what we do here. You have to speak about it, because like I said, if I just assume, okay, my child ain't old enough to learn about homosexuality yet, you know what I mean? And then my child gets in the 4th grade, because I have, or let's say my child gets in the 1st grade even. I have had friends in the 1st grade that I knew they was gonna be gay. And sure enough, right now today they gay. You know what I mean? But now, had nobody have never told me about how to treat people that were different from me, then when I saw people that were different from me, because they were different from me, I would treat them less than me. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why I say, you know, it all depends on who want to do what and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Because I grew up in a real strict Baptist background. My mother and father were pastors. You know, we couldn't wash clothes on Sunday, that type of thing. We couldn't say lie. To say the word lie or you're lying was a curse. We couldn't say fart. I just cursed my, excuse me. We couldn't say, we had to say frizzle. We had to say frizzle. What else we couldn't do? Just so much stuff we couldn't do, you know what I mean? However, and my parents never spoke to me specifically on homosexuality or on even race relations, but what they did teach me was never look down on nobody. And they did teach me that just because somebody is different from you, you're not supposed to treat them a certain kind of way. And that just spilled over into, you know, other aspects. So nowadays, though, fast forward to this century, like, you throw on TV, you know what I mean, they got cartoons with girls liking girls. Yeah. You know what I mean? They got, you know, so now you got to explain that to them. You know what I mean? And then you never know if your child might be going through some, be quiet, Fifi. You never know if your child might be going through some homosexual thoughts at an early age and may need you to explain it to them. So, yeah, let's keep going on. I'm telling y'all
that pink elephant. Sex. That is the pink elephant.
It ain't
I think
me.
that will always be for, you know, just for humans, period. I'm not sure why, though, you know. I think it just goes back from generations upon generations ago where, you know, we as a black community was always raped, and always things that happened to us badly when it came to sex. It was always taken from the females, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's why we always, sex is like a hush-hush topic, you know, so sensitive on that, yeah.
I wonder, you know what? I want to ask a question, and I know she's probably going to act crazy when I ask her this, but I just want to put you on the spot real quick because I want to see if there's a difference real quick. This is going to make Daniel laugh too if he's still watching. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. So be careful now. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. If you found out that I was cheating on you, would you leave?
Why would you ask me?
Yes or no? Watch. I'm going
If I
somewhere
found out
with
you
this.
cheating on me,
If
would
you
I leave?
found out I was cheating on you, would you leave instantly? Not no thinking about it. Just drop of a dime. I'm gone.
No.
Okay. If you found out I was cheating on you with a man, would you leave?
Yes.
Now, why?
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like that's, infidelity is infidelity, period.
Mm.
But I feel like
I put her on the spot.
yeah, like I feel like once you cross that line, like there's no coming back, like there's no recovery from that, I just think that like if you can be attracted, like so that means to me like man, all these other men that you've seen, you've been looking at them, in that way, or you always, so I don't think I could live with that.
All right, good answer. And that's what I was saying earlier in the show. Come on, y'all, give me y'all feedback. Married women or women who want to be married. Is it a difference if your man cheat with a woman or if your man cheat with a man? Is it a difference? Let me know. Let's come on in here. I said at the beginning of the show, like, yeah, if you cheat with somebody from the same sex, like let's say if I've been with a man, then that means you ain't got nothing to offer me. You know what I mean? And likewise, if you've been with a woman, like it's like a whole different story now. Because I'm like, dang, now it's one thing to have been with one, but it's another thing to if you attracted to that, and like that's your preference. That's a whole different ball game. So now, like if my wife's preference is a woman, I'm not a woman. I'm a man in every facet of the word. I am, but. Like I said, if she's attracted to a woman, I'm a man, then now that leaves me like, you know what, ain't nothing I can do. You know what I mean? Because I don't have what she like. You know what I mean? But if it was where she was with another guy, now that's a different story. I might could put up with that because now I can say, well, okay, let me see. Was I doing what I was supposed to be doing? Did I make it easier for her to do that? And then now, we can go somewhere with that because now I know I got what he got. He ain't got nothing I don't have, so I just got to... whatever, you know what I mean? But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
I think I heard a story. You might know the celebrity's name. I think it's a white family where the wife actually accepted the fact that the husband was gay, and he would dress up as a woman, and they were like friends, and they could raise their children and stuff. Anybody know about that guy? He had his whole face done, lips and everything, long hair.
You're not talking about, she don't watch that much TV, y'all, so forgive me if she's talking about Bruce Jenner.
Oh.
She don't watch that much TV.
Yeah.
Please forgive
That's
me.
what I'm talking about.
She talking about they're not together though.
Okay, well they're friends. They accepted it. His children accepted. They accepted their dad as a woman.
Hold on, let me say it. Imagine that, y'all. She don't have a clue who the Kardashians is. That's why I love her, man. I love her so much because she's so different from everybody. You know what I mean? She don't know who the Kardashians is. You ain't gonna find that nowhere else. Thank you, baby, for just exposing to the world why I love you so much. She be in her own little world.
But anyway, those of y'all that know that story or know about the Kardashians and their whole history, that's a unique situation.
Oh, you know them now, huh?
The whole society was judging him and still judge him, based on his looks and stuff like that, and how he felt like he was always gay, though. Didn't he say that?
Well, he said he felt like he was always a man trapped in a woman's body. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. That's Hollywood and stuff like that. And like I said, at the end of the day, me personally, that man done won Olympic medals and all of this stuff. He done had kids. I think he did that because he was bored with life and wanted to get some money. But that's just my opinion. But y'all. Now Nika know who the Kardashians is. You know Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
Who she married to?
I don't know. I didn't know the name. It don't matter. I don't care. Anyway.
This is so funny right now.
Not funny.
She married to Kanye West, Nika. You know who Kanye West is.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
I do that, yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
Where we at?
Beverly.
Beverly. I have all boys, and I talk to them while they were young, and I still talk to them because of this world we live in. That's right. You have to. And let me tell you something was bugged out, right? Is because people used to always be like, oh, you going to try for that boy? You going to try for that boy? Because y'all know I just now had my son 2 years ago, which seemed like yesterday.
2.5.
2.5 years ago. It seemed like yesterday. So, anyways, I used to always say, no, I'm good. Like when I had my son, I was good with my girls. I didn't want, I was good. You know what I mean? But and it was only because I knew that I still had boyish ways, and I was like, I can't be a father to a boy, because if you steal from me, I felt like if I still have boyish ways, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to be able to teach another boy how to really be a man if I still had boyish ways. So I was like, nope, I'm good with my girls. You know what I mean? I still like to do crazy stuff, and I still like to do childish stuff, and no, I'm good. So anyways, when I actually had my son, I'm actually learning now some of the things that my father was teaching me years ago. And I thought I wasn't going to need them, you know what I mean? But now I'm actually learning them now, just from having to raise a boy and having to raise a son. And one thing you have to understand is, they say that girls talk a lot, and Lord knows my girls can talk. They say girls talk a lot and this, that, and the third. However, you need to talk more to your sons than maybe you even, and I found this to be true, raising two girls and part-time with my oldest daughter. But I found it so true that I spent with my little son 2 years of his life. I had to talk to him more than I had to any of my daughters. My daughter's always talking to me, and I'm always feeding back into them, because the questions they ask me, y'all, you would not believe, especially Princess Jasmine. Y'all don't even understand. I'll share that with y'all on another day. But yeah, I'm glad that's good, Beverly. You keep talking to them boys. And another thing too, Bev, make sure, you know, and every parent out there, male and female, make sure that, because it takes a village, make sure information that you're not able to give them, find some place to get it. Research places and surround yourself around places and send them to places. Let them listen to seminars. Go on YouTube and research people who might know about certain topics and stuff like that, and put them there. Give them stuff that you can't. That's another thing that we as a black community, we don't like to do, is we don't like to utilize resources, because we tend to have them to be things like taboo. Like, we think that if somebody goes see a psychologist, that means they're crazy. No. That just means that you want to go to somebody who's professionally trained to help you process thoughts. And that's what you want to do. So, me being in the field of psychology myself, you know, I appreciate it, because I just told my wife the other day, well, I don't know if she told me or if I told her, but I was thinking about going to see someone. You know what I mean? I have a degree in counseling. You know what I mean? And I was thinking about going to see someone, because sometimes you have to surround yourself with whatever it takes to make you win and be a more productive person in society. So, yeah, I digress from the topic, but let me read this. Lori says, whenever you have children, know you're going to have the hard questions always. Always be truthful with your children. Teach as we go and grow. Teaching children as they grow is a must. Teach, teach, teach. Yeah. That is so true. You have to. You have to. And know this. Kids watching when you think they not. And you can't leave them to process the stuff they see. Like when we was younger, I might make this a topic, because we talking about kids a lot and what we should tell them and what we shouldn't. When we was younger, when we saw like sex scenes on TV or whatever, our parents used to make us either get out the room, cover our face, close our eyes, or whatever the case may be. And we knew exactly, you know, what they was, you know, trying to tell us to close our eyes and hide from or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now me personally, when that first happened with my daughters, I paused the movie. And I start talking to them about it. Okay, look, you see this is this, that is that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we go into detail. Well, why are they doing this and why are they doing that? Why is that right there and why is that right there? And, you know, and let them know. Now that they know everything, now I don't have to tell them to turn their head. I don't have to tell them to close their eye. Matter of fact, just the other day, my little daughter seen something on TV and she looked gross. Gross. You know what I mean? Because she understands that what daddy told her. You know, I can't go in detail what daddy told her, but she know what daddy told her. You know what I mean? My other daughter, Princess Jasmine, I was telling her how, you know, you're supposed to wait as a young lady until you find that person that you at least expect to spend the rest of your life with, and that you actually trying to have, you know, kids with or whatever. Then y'all going to come together and y'all going to do whatever. Went into detail, told her exactly how it happened and how it goes down and whatever this, that, and the third. And I also told her that if you do it, before with somebody that you're not trying to spend the rest of your life with, or whatever the case may be, blah blah blah, then people are going to look at you as average, and people are going to look at you as not worthy and not quality and things like that. And she says that's the last thing that she wants. So even when I joke with her about it, or or if I see a little boy, because little boys be little boys, give her a Valentine's Day or something like that, I'll say something on the slide to see where her head at, and she be like, no, ain't nobody gonna be laughing at me. Ain't nobody gonna think that I'm not worthy. Ain't nobody gonna think that I'm not good. You know what I mean? Or blah blah blah. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me get some more questions. Says, yes, there is a difference. If you find out he's cheating with a man, we going back there, yeah, you'll be disgusted completely. But if he's cheating with a female, then you can grow from that and regain their trust. I respect your opinion on that, especially coming from, a young lady, because most women be like, once you do it, I ain't gonna trust you again. That's it. We done. But yeah, man, like, trust can be regained. But I also say, for me, and like I said, another topic, I said trust is an illusion. Like, I don't really think it's something that actually exists. I think trust is an illusion that that tricks people into thinking that they're in control. But when you know a person, for me, this is my opinion, when you know a person, then you know what they will and won't do, and you know why they're doing what they're doing, and you can kind of get a background for it. The reason why I say trust is an illusion is because I used to think I could trust somebody before, and that person I thought I could trust was myself. And when I found out that I couldn't trust myself, then I realized that it is going to be impossible for me to trust somebody else. Then I start asking myself, what really is trust? And then, for me, trust was thinking that you know exactly what a person is going to do, when they're going to do it, how they're going to do it, where they're going to do it, or thinking you know exactly what a person won't do, when they won't do it, how they won't do it, and blah, blah, blah. So then I said, okay, let me think to myself. Has there ever been a time where I thought or I believed that I trusted myself to not do something, and I said I would never do it under no circumstances, and blah, blah, blah? And then I said, self, is there ever been a time that it was like that? And self said, yes, it was. And then I said, okay, well, did I do it? And self said, yes, you did. So when I realized that there were so many things I trusted myself not to do, and I did every last one of them, then I was like, you know what? Trust is just an illusion to thinking that we're in control, when in reality, we don't know how we're going to respond to whatever particular type of situation until we get into it. But if you know a person, then you could know what would lead or cause this person to get into that place, or whatever the case may be. Like, we sit here and we talk, and y'all might think we have everything all together or whatever, but we don't. But we know each other, and we also know each other enough to know that we want to learn and grow and walk with each other for the rest of our lives until we get to where we're going. I said all that to say this. I don't know whether or not my wife would cheat on me. However, I do know that she's capable of it. I do know that if I don't do what I'm supposed to do as a man, it would make it easier for her to do it. I do know that if I'm never home, I'm never paying attention to her, I'm never showing affection, I'm never blah, blah, blah. If Jody come around the corner and do it, that sets the atmosphere for that cheating to take place. And likewise, she knows that if it's reversed and she's not doing blah, 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 that sets the atmosphere for, whatever to take place. So that's the reason why I say, it's great to hear a female say that trust can be regained, because nowadays, boy, females don't be trying to hear it.
Tolerance.
Let me see where we at. Heck yeah, I can't comment with man. I think she said compete. I think she meant compete.
Yeah.
Yes, let me go down. Felicia, if you're cheating with the man, you're not even interested in me at all. Yeah, that's right. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. Yeah, Taisha. Yep. Taisha, make sure you tell all your friends about this show too, or everybody on campus and all of that stuff. Let them know. Guys, we getting ready to come down to the end of the show, so we got to give y'all some quick announcements real quick. we got some more announcements that's going to be coming up later on in the season. Some of them going to blow y'all mind. Some of them y'all going to be like, whoa. You know what I mean? But when we went on our break and stopped doing the show, it wasn't just to stop or whatever. Even though I needed a break, it was because I needed to make sure that we were going in the right direction. I needed to make sure that we wasn't just doing something just to be doing it. And I wanted it to be effective, and I wanted it to still be potent. So right now, one of the first announcements that I want to give y'all, and I want y'all to know, is that we have something coming up. Remember I told y'all about the physical location in last season and whatnot? Well, it's actually a thing now. We have a physical location in which we will be doing something new and something different and something edgy and something exciting. It's called Creating Miracles. Y'all know, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's my corporation that me and my wife have, a corporation. We explain that later. But Creating Miracles presents Mind, Body, and Soul. And what Mind, Body, and Soul is, we're going to show y'all the flyers in a second. Mind, Body, and Soul is sessions that's designed to empower the mind, discipline the body, and rejuvenate the soul. Sessions that is designed to empower the mind, discipline the body, and rejuvenate the soul. And what we are going to be doing, we are going to be meeting at 4679 Lee Road, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, 29207. We're going to be meeting there every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. If you are in the Columbia or surrounding areas and you want to go, contact us. We will be meeting up at Walmart on Garners Ferry Road in Columbia. The reason why we are meeting there is because you have to gain access to the location in which we will be having these things. You have to gain access. So we will have you gain access with us. Yeah. So anyways, yes, you got to meet us here, Garners Ferry Road at 5:30. Matter of fact, we're going to change that. Meet us on Thursdays at Garners Ferry Road, Walmart Garners Ferry Road at 5:15. 5:15. Once again, that location is 4679 Lee Road, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Now let me give y'all a brief. The zip code is 29207. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Let me give y'all a brief description of what Mind, Body, and Soul is. Mind, Body, and Soul, like I said, once again, brief description is sessions that's designed to sessions that's designed to empower the mind, discipline the body, and rejuvenate the soul. How we plan to do these things, we have a team of counselors, we have a team of psychologists, we have a team of life coaches, motivational speakers that are going to be partnering with us to give you useful information to kind of help you shape the way you think, help the way you shape, process your emotions, so forth and so on. And then the body part is we also have physical trainers on deck. And these physical trainers, we're going to have sessions where we're going to be exercising. We may go on some jogs. We may do some walks together. And we also have nutritionists on board that are also going to come up with meal plans. Me personally, when I'm dealing with my mind and talking to people about their mind, it's very important what you eat. That determines how you feel, and how you feel determines on what you think. So we just want to control, and we just want to get in control of the total man of who we are, who God created us, and that's mind, body, and soul, spirit, and everything connected. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be, for some of you who tend to be more enlightened to your spiritual side, like we are, we're going to actually be going on fast. And these things will work. I just want y'all to know they are going to work. They have worked for us. If y'all wondering how I can continue to look so good, it's because I do the things that I'm going to try to teach others. No, but seriously, I do the things that I'm actually going to try to implement into other people. And like I said, I don't know it all. So that's why I have a physical trainer on deck. That's why I got psychologists on deck. That's why we're going to provide counselors. That's why we're going to we got access to life coaches, nutritionists, spiritual advisors. Like, these things will be available. I'm telling you guys, if you utilize it, just try it out for 1 month. I promise you. If you come out, I wouldn't even say 1 month. If you come out 2 Thursdays and whatever you learn inside these sessions, you try it for those 2 weeks, I guarantee you will want to come back. I guarantee you that. So meet me at Garners Ferry Road, Walmart in Columbia, South Carolina. Walmart on Garners Ferry Road. You will not regret it. Our first session will take place not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Again, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. And y'all look for the flyers, and I want y'all to share them too. Look for the flyers. They're going to be on Facebook. Yours truly would be definitely, the facilitator of mostly everything that's going there. However, the heart and soul and the blood that pumps through everything I do is this woman right here. So I know y'all hear me talk a lot on this show right here, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to be saying much of nothing on these Thursdays or whatever, because don't fool yourself. This young lady over here is definitely a gift. So yeah, I want you guys to hit me up on Facebook. And matter of fact, also, yeah, hit me up on Facebook and inbox me. Call my wife. Those of you who have her number. Those of you who don't have her number and know a viewer on the show or something like that. Viewers, y'all get in touch with the people y'all know that we might not know, and then get in touch with my wife or whatever if y'all got any questions.
If you need transportation, let us know. If you need transportation, we'll go as far as traveling to Sumter to meet you all, to pick you up. And the people who can drive, if you can drive, I will be able to get you access on and off the base every Thursday. And so if you don't have, most of you probably don't have a military ID to get on Fort Jackson, but if you will be a regular attendee of these sessions, then you can get access for every session. So the sessions will be, Soretta, the sessions will be 1 hour long.
Yeah, it's only 1 hour, guys. It's only 1 hour. We love you too, Felicia. Felicia said, love you, sister and brother.
Love you, Felicia.
And thanks for watching the show. Meet us back here again on Monday. The sessions are 1 hour. It's from 6 to 7. From 6 to 7. And like I said, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things. We are going to also be, like I said, walks, jogs, exercise, workout plans, meal plans, fasting. Like we got nutritionists, we got trainers, we got psychologists, counselors. You got access to all of this. We got access to gym if you guys want to go to the gym. We got access to pools if you guys want to go swimming. Water aerobics. Guys, girls, y'all don't know how to swim. We got lifeguards. I myself can come teach you how to swim. We also, if you want to learn CPR, certified CPR, myself. If you want to, it's just so much stuff that you can come, and it's at your disposal for free.
Yeah.
Guys, take advantage of it. Please take advantage of it. And if it goes well here, then we can go and do it somewhere else. You know what I mean? For people who probably can't make it all the way to Columbia and can't make it on to Fort Jackson. Okay? So I think that's all the announcements we have for right now. Another thing. Y'all save the first Saturday in September. Save that date. Save the first Saturday in September, because we're doing our fourth. Creating Miracles is doing their third annual block party. Third annual end of summer block party. Y'all save that date, the 1st of September. It's going to be from the hours of 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., maybe even until. Y'all save the date. We're going to be giving away at least 100 book bags with school supplies in them to somebody's kid or the kids that's in need. We're going to have free food, cookout style food. We're going to have funnel cakes. We're going to have bounce houses. We're going to have fresh squeezed lemonade. We're going to have snow cones. We're going to have cotton candy. We're going to have music, DJ, entertainment, fun, y'all. And more importantly, I'm going to be there. So education, you definitely want to be out there. Let me say this too. We're going to have college. I should talk about education. We're going to have colleges there. Who was there last year? South Carolina State. Claflin. Morris College.
Central Carolina.
And Did Benedict ain't come? Yeah, no, yeah.
No.
Benedict coming this year. I'm claiming it right now. The U.S. Army recruiting station. Anybody who got, matter of fact, Terrence, where you at? We need Benedict there this year. The U.S. Army Reserves was there, and they not just there to be there. We had people. The U.S. Army Recruiting Office is going to be there. We had people join the Army at some of these block parties. We had people sign up for Morris College. We had people sign up for South Carolina State. All of these colleges that was there. We had people that registered to vote because voters registration was there as well. We had felons that were able to fill out paperwork to make them eligible to vote. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people was under the myth that once you get a felon, you could not vote. So, so y'all come out there. It's the first Saturday in September. September 1st actually is the date, right?
Yeah.
September 1st. So that's the Saturday before Labor Day. Come out there between 12 and 6. I'm telling you, we have a good time every year.
Our t-shirts will be going on sale. Next week. So by next Monday, you will have the information for our t-shirts. The t-shirts are starting at $10. So if you all are interested, if you just want to support the cause, if you can't make it to the block party, if you just want to support the cause, please do so.
Yeah. And you want to give the P.O. Box and
our P.O. Box is for Creating Miracles, Life Changing Corporation, nonprofit 501c3 corporation, and our address is P.O. Box 90153, Columbia, South Carolina 29204.
That's right. And if you want to send us any donations, you can send it to that P.O. Box. You can write a check. You can Cash App. You can what else we got?
PayPal. Just let us know.
Yeah, just let us know however you want to do it. Inbox. We got a Facebook page, Creating Miracles, Life Changing Corporation. You can inbox us on that page. You can inbox me personally on my page, King David Michael Blandon. You can call any one of us.
Even if you can't monetary gifts, but if you want to volunteer your time, to the organization, that'll be a great, great help. Yeah.
And shout out to everybody who has been faithfully helping us with this block party, for the 2 years that we've been doing it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sabrina Reagan, Tasha Reagan, Shalonda McBride, the Bowman family, Keith Bowman. Shout out to my whole Holy Temple family, my pastor Raymond Johnson, my sister Elder Sabrina, my other sister Carol. Shout out to everybody who's been a big help. Shout out to my brother JB the Icon, who takes some beautiful folders. Yeah. James L. Patterson came through and blessed us last year. Who else? My nephew R. Keith Smith came and was killing the drums one year. Jim Boy, shout out to him last year. He came through. Anybody. It's a bunch of I can't get everybody, but thank you to everybody who has been supporting us. A special shout out to Loretta Green. Yes, that's my girl. Every time I call her, she's like, "Where? What time? Where y'all gonna be at?" And she is there. Shout out to her. Salente, my cousin Salente Leonard. Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody, y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. If I forgot anybody, forgive me. Now, these t-shirts are going on sale, like she said, next week. They're going to have our logo on the front, the Creating Miracles logo on the front. I'll see if I can post one of our old t-shirts. We change the color every year. So this color is going to be beige. We're doing the beige in honor of my dad, the great overseer James E. Blandon Sr. His favorite color was beige. So, we're going to do beige, with the logo on the front. I think it's going to be tight. I'm going to be decked out. And we're going to be honoring some of my close friends who we lost from last year to the next. Namely, my homeboy, my brother, Darren Lane, a.k.a. Slice. Everybody know, well-known guy, gone too soon. Actually, ironically, he was the last person to leave the block party on last year. And he was helping me clean up, And he said, he was telling me how it was going to be, next year, man, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, he went to a party later on that night, and on his way coming back home, got into a car accident and he lost his life. So, anyways, we definitely going to be honoring him on that day and doing something in remembrance of him as well. Shout out to my cousin Tyrone. Yes.